Welcome to the ETA Day Trade Redesign and Three-Way Trade tutorial. This tutorial will cover the following: a review of the day trade application and what has changed, definition of a three-way trade, and we will provide three-way trade examples. Let's go to the trade board and see what has changed. When you sign into the day trade application, the default screen will now be the trade board. The tab is highlighted in yellow. The beginning start date is the balance date, which is the current date plus 7 days or 1 week. Click inside the date boxes to change the date range. You can search the board by employee. Simply click in the box and type in the last name. Drops and pickups are now combined on one board, designated by red arrow down for a drop and green arrow up for a pickup. Please note, the double down red arrow identifies a secondary trade. This will be covered later in the tutorial. You can sort trades on the board by workgroup 1 or qualification, select one or multiple qualifications at one time, by shift start and end time, by drop or pickup. The employee calendar has been added to the trade board, which would provide easy access to your schedule. Simply use the cursor to hover over a date for more details. Once you have identified your sort criteria, you can click the Save as Default Parameters box and click the Search Refresh button. This will save your sort settings. Additionally, you can use the column headers to sort the trade list. For example, you can sort by the owner type column, click the down arrow to sort by drop or pickup, click Start Time column to sort by time, click in the white box under the owner column, type in the last name to find a specific employee on the board, or you can sort by full or part-time. All these added sort functions are designed to help you find the trade you are looking for quickly and easily. Finally, the My Action column is where you can offer, delete, and accept trades directly from the board. Moving on to My Trades, just like on the trade board, the default is the current date, which is the balance date plus 1 week. Once again, you can change the date range by clicking in the date boxes. The ability to search by employee is available here as well, along with workgroup 1 or the qualification and the trade type. You can see who dropped and who picked up a shift by clicking on the employee name hyperlink, which is in blue font and is underlined. By clicking on the corresponding trade number, you can see the trade details, like when it was submitted, accepted, etc. The ability to drill down and sort by column headers is also available in My Trades. You can sort by trade type, by day, by employee, just to name a few. The trade status column will tell you the status of your trades, whether they're pending or accepted. The action column is where you can cancel or delete your trades. To submit a trade, click on the Submit Trades tab. You can trade off my base shift, which is a drop, or trade on, which is a pickup. If you select trade off my base shift, you can either post to the board or trade with a specific person. If you select post to the board, you can select either full or a partial shift, click submit, and yes to confirm. If you select trade with a specific person, you can trade a full or a partial shift, or you can do a swap. Search for the second employee by last name, click submit, and yes to confirm the trade. To submit a trade to pick up hours, select trade on, post to the trade board or trade with a specific person. When you post to the board, select the date or date range, the days of the week, the shift length, the start and end time, workgroup 1. Please note, if you elect to post to the board, the default notification is Notify for all offers. You can change the notification to Auto Accept by selecting the radio button. Review the trade details and click Submit. To send an employee a request to pick up their hours, select Trade On and then Trade with a specific person. Type in the employee last name, select the date, and then click the Get Schedule button. Select Pick up the entire shift or partial. Select your notification option. Review the trade details and click Submit. To drop a picked up shift, simply click the radio button for Trade Off My Picked Up Shift. This is actually the beginning of the third person for the three-way trade. The picked up shift is identified by the double down red arrows. This is referred to as a secondary shift. Whoever picks up this shift will become the third person in the three-way trade. Select the date and select the radio button for the picked up shift, which is the secondary trade that you want to drop. Select whether to post to the board or to a specific person. The name search function is also available for trading to a specific person. If you select to post to the board or with a person, you will not be able to split or break up the secondary shift. You can only drop the same shift length you picked up. For example, if you picked up a full-time shift, you will only be able to drop the same full-time shift. Click Submit and Yes to confirm. One important note: once an employee accepts the secondary trade, which is identified with the double arrow, it is final. It cannot be traded again. So what exactly is a three-way trade? It basically involves three employees. So let's take a look at some examples. Example number 1, employee A trades their whole shift to B, and then employee B trades the whole shift to employee C. Example number 2, employee A trades the partial shift to B, and then employee B trades the same partial shift to employee C. Example number 3, employee A trades a partial shift to B, and then employee A trades the rest of the shift to C. Example number 4, employee A trades partial shift to B, employee A trades another partial shift to employee C, and then employee A keeps the remaining untraded shift. Finally, the last example. Employee A and employee B do a shift trade work or a swap. Employee A can now trade that swap shift to employee C, and employee B can now trade the swap shift to employee D. This concludes the day trade redesign tutorial and three-way trade functionality. Thank you.